And just like that, Zelda Breath of the Wild is back in our minds with the blowout for Expansion Pass DLC Pack 1. What's up, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. I've got Gabe here, and we just got the details straight from Nintendo, all about the Breath of the Wild DLC, the first pack that's releasing this summer, and it contains quite a few things. We'll get into those in a second, but Gabe, just give me your quick take.
I think that this is actually kind of cool. Do remember the expansion pass is $20. It's not super expensive, and while it's a little bit unfortunate that we're not getting everything at once, honestly, the things that I want the most aren't coming until the fall. I feel like this is enough just to keep people interested and maybe bring some people back who have already finished the game, especially that hard mode, which again we'll get into details right now. But overall impressions pretty positive, I think.
Very cool, yeah, and we'll touch on kind of the breakdown of this after we recap. But first off, there is a new Trial of the Sword challenge. When you get to a certain sacred location, you can take on this new challenge, face an onslaught of enemies wave after wave. You start with no equipment or weapons and then gather them from the defeated enemies. There are 45 rooms in total, and if you defeat all of them, the true power of the Master Sword will be awakened, meaning it will always be in its glowing, powered-up state. So you get to fight through 45 different waves and rooms of enemies, and then your grand prize is basically like a supercharged Master Sword, which sounds cool. There is a new map feature, as promised, which is the Hero's Path, which shows the last 200 hours of Link's movement around Hyrule. I actually really like this one. I think things like this are very fascinating to see where you spend most of your time on the map, what path you've traveled, where you haven't been, and what, where you may want to go next. And basically, there's a little time tracker, and you kind of zoom through and see where Link has walked on the map, which is pretty cool. They give a nice little video of it, and it's a small but nifty feature. There's also the hard mode, which is probably the biggest addition to this package, considering it encompasses the entire playthrough, and it's going to give enemies gradually regaining health. It is going to power up all enemies by one level, and the example they list is that red bokoblins will now be blue bokoblins. Enemies can also have a higher max level, and you will find floating enemies and treasure chests in the sky, and they're held up by the little octo balloons, and are just lurking there, waiting to hit you down and hate on you from above. There's a travel medallion hidden somewhere in the world. A chest contains this illustrious item, which allows you to register your current location as a fast travel point. Only one at a time, but basically it allows you to create fast travel wherever you are in the world. So you don't need to rely entirely on shrines or dungeons. You can fast travel directly to a spot and set that up for convenience. I really like that one. Then there are 8 pieces of armor, and these are from past Legend of Zelda adventures. I really like this, and it's a super smart addition. You get Majora's Mask, Midna's Helmet, 3 pieces of Phantom Armor, and 3 pieces of Tingle's outfit. We'll touch on our favorites in a moment. And then the final piece of the DLC Pack 1 is the Korok Mask, which is a mask that's hidden in a treasure chest somewhere in the world. And while wearing this mask, if you're ever near one of the 900 Koroks, the mask will vibrate your Switch, vibrate your Joy-Con, and help alert you to the nearby presence of a little leaf boy. So that is all you've got. Basically some armor, a mask, this fast travel medallion, a 45-room wave-based mode with a Master Sword power-up, and then the Hero's Path on the map. So basically, the way I look at this, the second DLC pack, Gabe, has the new dungeon, the new story. So to me, that's like worth $15. So as long as this justifies itself as worth $5, then I'm cool spending the $20. Do you think this justifies $5 of your money?
Absolutely. I mean, you're getting the hard mode, which, I mean, it'd be great if they gave that to everyone. The Trial of the Sword thing actually seems like really cool as well. And honestly, just the masks and the new outfits, the armor, that stuff alone is probably worth like $2-4 per outfit. Like if this was like Call of Duty
microtransaction,
yeah, like there's I already mentioned Call of Duty, like they do like $2.99 for like a skin, like there's all types of stuff. So yes, I feel like this definitely covers it. There's a decent amount of outfits. Of course, you have the Majora's Mask, you have the Midna's Helmet, and then the Phantom Armor, Tingle outfit. What?
Tingle's outfit.
What did I call it?
No, I'm just saying his outfit.
Oh, I thought I said it incorrectly. Sorry.
No, okay.
But yeah, and then the Korok Mask. So all that stuff alone, like, just skin wise is probably worth the $5. But then on top
Yeah.
of that, you do get the other modes, which is cool, and the hero's path, which it shows you more importantly than where you've been in the 2 hours. It tells you where you haven't been.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I like how they kind of not only are adding things, but also making some quality of life improvements. Like, I think that travel medallion is really helpful and is going to be something that's very useful for all players. Hard mode, obviously, if you're looking for more to do. Hero's Path, yeah, cool. Trial of the Sword seems like something that I'd love to take on as well, just for the extra challenge of it. We've said, gosh, we wish there were achievements built into Switch. This is kind of an achievement in its own, right? Like, getting through this trial, you get a physical reward in game, and you can say that, hey, I completed all 45 rooms. And then I love Midna's helmet. I think... Phantom Armor is really cool. Tingle's outfit is kind of goofy. Majora's Mask and Korok Mask.
Tingle's outfit is the best.
I love Midna's helmet, though. I think that's super cool. And I do wonder, it doesn't say here, but I wonder if they are going to have any special abilities, or if they're just going to have normal armor stats or what. But I think it's a really well-rounded group. I like that it gives you a little bit of everything kind of to dabble in. A new mode, new trial, new map feature, some new armor. And it sounds like you're going to have to hunt this out. It's not like it's just going to be dropped to you. I don't know how they're going to alert you of that. I don't know if it's going to be... It says like, oh, it's placed around Hyrule. They're just going to be right by the Temple of Time. Or if it will be more of a quest or something like that to go find. But once you assemble all this stuff and have the full pack, I think it's totally worth it. And I think it is a great way to tide over till fall. Because, look, they could have just done all this in fall, right? They could have dropped everything in the fall in a $20 pack with a new dungeon, new storyline. But instead they said, hey, let's divvy it out a little bit. Let's keep people playing, keep people enjoying. And Nintendo really is sticking to their word of delivering games and experiences each month to keep the Switch fun and fresh. And I applaud them for that.
One more cool thing that we haven't really touched on, and it's out today, actually, the dual audio update for people that wanted to play the game in like Japanese or in French. Like that's a thing that like some people even in America would really like to play Breath of the Wild in Japanese. Now you can do that. If you're in Japan and you want to play it in English, you can do that. That update is today. So that is like not really related, but sort of related. I also thought that was kind of cool. I wish the hard mode was available for everyone, to be honest. But we're both getting the expansion pass, and I hope a lot of people do too. $20 isn't like very steep as far as season passes go. It's relatively normal now. Like that's what season passes cost now, right? Or are they still?
I think typically 30 is what you're looking to pay, or even 40 depending on how many DLC drops they have. Personally, I take no issue with the price. I can see some people being upset that stuff like the Hero's Path mode, stuff like hard mode, are not integrated into everyone's copy. And I guess like there really isn't a counter for it. Nintendo decided to charge for this stuff, and if that bugs you, it bugs you. I do wish. My only complaint with this pack is I wish that hard mode was a little more involved. I don't know what they could do, but I wish it was more than just like, hey, the enemies are more powered up.
Like you have to constantly be eating, like just for a hunger level.
Maybe they did something more with the survival to add true survivability to all of the world, rather than just those specific elements. But maybe it would mess with things too much. I think it's nice that they added some like hovering enemies. Everything's powered up. But I do wish they would have found a way to make things, I don't know, like, for example, I think people would have been more excited if, like, weapons, well, maybe they'll be excited would be the word, but, like, if weapons broke quicker.
No.
Scratch that one.
They already break so quick, Zachary. No.
All right. Well, instead, I feel like they could have found a few more ways to make this a more involved mode. At this, the way it is here, I don't know why it's not just in the game. Like, the Hero's Path thing, I get like, for the really diehard Zeldas, Zelda fans, you want to know where you are. And the Trial of the Sword, like a special trial for DLC pass purchasers. And this extra armor and the Korok Mask to help hunt down all 900. And the Travel Medallion is sort of a cool convenience that could be considered, true DLC. But the hard mode, I wish it was just baked into the main game.
So do I. And I feel like if there's going to be an uproar over any of these things, it's going to be that. The fact that the hard mode should probably just be for everyone. But everything else I'm cool with. Like you were saying, if maybe we can justify a $5 value in this stuff, I feel like you can take the hard mode, give that to everybody, and still have that. But that's obviously not what's happening. We have no control over that. But I do feel like it would have been cool. But hopefully, like you said, if this is a $5 value, hopefully what comes in the fall covers the other $15 there, and everything will be great. But
Right.
we'll see.
No set release date. I'm guessing that they will probably confirm at E3. Maybe this is one of those cases where they drop it right on the date of their E3 Direct and say, hey, Zelda Breath of the Wild expansion pass DLC is available now. That's something that I feel like they would be very likely to do.
Has Nintendo ever done that?
Well, they did even the most recent Direct. Remember, they like to say
Yes.
like, oh, this demo is available now, or
Yes.
this eShop game is available now, and it feels like that would be the right time to do it. Especially, July is Splatoon months. You do it before ARMS releases, get Zelda fans picking up their Switch, and then maybe they'll be so back into it that they'll want to grab ARMS. Either way, let us know what you think of Expansion Pass 1 if you like. Or Pack 1, if you like what they have here, if you feel like it's a cool group of extras to keep your Zelda adventuring going through the summer until that bigger package in the fall. Let us know. We definitely want to hear your thoughts. We've given you our take. Now give us yours. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from Nintendo, the Switch, and Zelda. Hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know. And until next time, for myself and Gabriel, Switch Force out.